Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are all having a great start to your day or start to your afternoon, rather. We are so excited that you are spending your afternoon with the Order My Gear team to talk about all things online stores, how to market your stores, how to pitch them. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
Yeah.
First things first, Emily's dog is really excited too. First thing is first, we do have a question box somewhere on this screen. This is a live webinar, and so if you have any questions or comments throughout this webinar and through the presentation, leave them in the question box. We will do a Q&A at the end of it. If we don't get to your question for whatever reason by the end of the webinar, don't worry, we will have some people reaching out first thing tomorrow morning to make sure that your question does get answered. Also, this is a recorded webinar, and so you will have a way to get that as well. So if you were sent to join this webinar by your boss, you have no idea why you're on here, or maybe you just clicked register because you love the OMG team and you want to spend your afternoon with us, here's what we're going to walk through. We're first going to run through who Order My Gear is, the different solutions that we offer. We're also going to talk about why online stores are important now more than ever. We're going to talk about, once you understand the importance of online stores, how to prospect them, how to pitch them, and how to also use them as you're trying to enter into new markets. Then we're also going to talk about how you promote your clients' stores, and then how Order My Gear can fit in and support you through all of those stages of the life cycle. So you are being presented today by myself and Emily. I think that there is so much power in knowing who you're listening to and learning from. And so I asked Emily if she would do a quick introduction about herself, and then I'll do one about me, and then we'll get into the real meats and potatoes of it. Go ahead, Emily.
Yeah. I am so excited to be here. Sorry about my dog earlier. She likes to make herself known. But I've been with Order My Gear since May of 24, so not too long. But if you ask our president, I've been here for at least 2 or 3 years. But I came from the distributor side of the world. I was a distributor for the past 7 years and I did really well. Within the last, I want to say, a year and a half, I realized that the industry really pushes working 24/7, and I had just become a new mom. And so my values and my priorities kind of shifted a little bit. I put my head down and I started utilizing the different industry tools like Order My Gear to not only put more time back into my day, but to also build my sales. And I did that really well. I then realized I really loved helping other distributors learn how to leverage those tools while being more efficient. And what better place to spread that knowledge than at Order My Gear? And so that's why I joined Order My Gear.
I love it, and we're so glad that you did join the team.
Me too.
If you don't know who I am, my name is Grayson Paul. I am an account executive here at Order My Gear, and I primarily focus on our strategic partnerships and accounts. I've been at Order My Gear for almost 4 years now, which feels insane to say. I always joke that if anybody would have told me that I would have been in the promotional product space, I would have first said, "What the heck is that?" And then once I learned what it was, I would have died laughing. As someone who thought that they were going to spend their career in this special education world, talking about the quality of shirts and different decoration types and hard goods versus soft goods still blows my mind to this day. But it's been a great journey. I've been able to have incredible opportunities and meet industry leaders. So I'm really pumped to be here. So let's get into it. So who is Order My Gear? If we want to click to the next slide, that'll give us a good rundown. So Order My Gear actually started in the school and team space, and we did really well there. But we also realized, hey, if we want to bulk up our client's experience, we also need to bulk up our offerings. And so in the last couple years, we've acquired a couple companies to allow us to do so. And so as a combined company, we provide a full suite of solutions for promotional product distributors, apparel decorators, team dealers, and suppliers to sell branded merchandise. And so if you're on this webinar and you're a team dealer, a decorator, or a distributor, Order My Gear to You is an all-in-one platform that's going to help you find, sell, and manage orders for branded merchandise across all your sales channels from one place. Our suite of solutions is going to include product search, online stores, websites, and promo standards compliant supplier data feeds. If you're a supplier or a vendor on this call, hi, we're so glad you're here. To you, Order My Gear can now transform, manage, and distribute high quality product data to the entire industry with one partner. With the acquisition of Distributor Central, we now offer product data management, and that helps you get your products in front of distributors searching for promotional products, as well as distribute your data in a promo standards format to the entire industry from one place. The biggest thing that I hear on cold calls, because yes, I still make cold calls, is what separates Order My Gear? What makes Order My Gear different from anybody else in this industry that's offering online stores? And there's three things that I always say, and these are the three that I talk about. The first is the people. You have a dedicated team behind you and through every single step of your online store journey. And that is through our team of support. You have someone who is there to get on client calls, someone that is there to talk growth and strategy. You also have a customer support team that can answer those quick hitter questions of actual technical support. And so we don't just say, hey, here's your online stores, good luck, get it done. We want to grow with you and actually be a partner and be, like I said, alongside of you with your journey. We also, with all of our acquisitions that we've made, have the ability to offer you an unlimited amount of stores, an unlimited type of stores. So we have pop-up stores, we have redemption stores, we have company stores, we have stores that can run points and do SSOs. And so we have the ability to say yes to what your clients are looking for and needing. And then the last and maybe most important is, if you don't know the Order My Gear story, we were created by a father and son duo who they spent their day doing exactly what most of y'all are doing on this call. They were filtering through paper order forms. They were organizing the stacks by color, by size, by where it was being shipped to. And, Kent, the son, looked at his dad, Ronnie, and said, Dad, why don't you put this all online? And Ronnie looked at Kent and said, why don't you put it online? And Order My Gear was created. And so the tools and the features that you're going to use as a distributor when you're building these stores, or while someone on your team is building these stores, are created because we get it. Our features are made because we get it. And as Order My Gear grows, we never want to lose that foundation. And so when we are creating features and we are creating tools, we have a group of team dealers and decorators and distributors that are helping us score these features and make sure that they're actually functioning in a way that is useful and actually a good resource. So all of what I just said sounds good. Probably, I hope that y'all are all getting warm and fuzzy. But if you're anything like me, you need to see proof. You need to see the numbers and see, and you need to have someone say, here's why. And here they are. So custom online stores, they're not just nice to have. They actually deliver serious results. Order My Gear stores see 14% more sales year over year compared to basic company websites. That's not just a small bump, y'all. It's a solid, consistent increase year after year. If you take it one step further, these stores don't just outperform, they're actually crushing our competition. Custom Order My Gear stores outperform their competition with 150% higher performance across the board. That's truly a game changer in every sense. And when you think about it, it isn't just incremental gains. We're talking about a dramatic difference in how these stores engage customers, convert sales, and build lasting loyalty. And the proof is in the numbers. Order My Gear has handled over $4 billion in online sales through its platform. That is no small feat. So when you hear these numbers, you can see that it isn't just a theoretical strategy. It's something that it's already producing massive results for businesses. We're talking about proven high performance systems that's taking brands to new heights. And so if you want to see a real impact on your sales and marketing efforts, this is the kind of transformation your business needs and should be looking for. So let's get into why online stores are an important sales channel. Online stores are essential for staying competitive and growing your business in today's digital first world. With consumers increasingly shopping online, having a strong e commerce presence isn't just a convenience, it truly is a necessity. It's giving you the ability to reach global audiences, operate around the clock, and gather crucial data to tailor your offerings in a marketplace where digital is number one. Between 2021 and 2023, online stores were the only sales channel that saw consistent growth for companies selling branded merchandise. While traditional channels like in-person sales, catalogs, and phone orders faced a decline or just stayed stagnant, e-commerce surged as the preferred method of shopping. 62% of distributors, dealers, and decorators now use online stores as a primary sales channel. This shift reflects a broader trend towards convenience, faster shopping and shipping, and the ability to shop 24/7. As consumer expectations evolved, businesses that adapted to this digital shift saw a boost in sales, solidifying online stores as an essential component of growth. The message is clear, and I hope that you are all listening. If you're not online, you're not just missing out. There is a risk of falling behind as the industry moves fully to the digital age. This next slide actually makes me excited. I'm like I said, I'm very much, where's the proof? Give me the hard facts. Here it is. As you can see, buyers are increasingly turning to digital sales channels. I'm going to say something and it might be a stretch. We might have some silver foxes on this webinar, or maybe you are fresh into the business and you're looking at your team and no one has done anything with online stores or online sales. Here's your why. Here's why you should be listening for the request of an online store, or maybe even gain the confidence to bring it up to your clients first. Buyers are increasingly turning to digital channels for several key reasons, and let's walk through them. First, convenience is at the top of the list. Digital channels allow consumers to shop anytime, anywhere, from the comfort of their home and on the go. This flexibility means that they can purchase without being restricted by store hours or geographical location. Another reason is personalization. Digital stores, digital channels, especially Order My Gear stores, use data to personalize the shopping experience. So you can have tailored recommendations to customize offers, which means buyers are more likely to return to platforms that provide an experience suited to their specific preferences. So all in all, the increasing shift towards digital channels is driven by convenience, choice, better pricing, personalization, and the ease of accessing these platforms through mobile technology. As consumers' expectations evolve, digital channels are becoming the preferred and most effective way to shop.
Nice. Thanks, Grayson. So now that we've gone through all of the data and the facts, now you're on the platform. And so how do you market your online stores? And where does Order My Gear fit into that mold? So with Order My Gear, we will help you land new business, expand your existing business, and market and promote your online stores. And now we're going to discuss how Order My Gear can help you prospect. I get that question a lot, and how you can find new business either within your current clients or with new prospects. So before starting anything, we always suggest that you do some market research. What industries are you trying to go after? What new projects are your current clients going into? We want you to find the right decision makers. We want you to customize your approach to each industry, provide solutions they're currently looking for. Use your network to find new prospects. Ask your current clients for referrals. That's always my favorite thing to do. And never give up. You have to stay persistent. We've also made it really easy at Order My Gear for you to reach potential and current clients through social media and email marketing. We've developed email templates, posts, and captions and have even developed our social media beginner's guide, which is all available to you at any time. This is my favorite topic to talk about. So utilizing our websites, you're able to market your business and generate more sales. To date, we power more than 5,000 active distributor websites, and it is no cost to you as a distributor to use our websites. Out of our tech stack, this is my favorite tool, and I am constantly surprised when somebody says that they don't have one. But you're able to create your own company branded website, and your sales reps are able to create their own, therefore marketing themselves to current and prospective customers. When you partner with your client success team, so somebody like me or anybody else on my team, you increase your chances of selling to your existing clients. Your client success team can also provide you with stats and strategy on how to sell more to your current clients. The data that we have at Order My Gear is mind-blowing. I am still every day just shocked at what kind of data we can pull for you to show you how to sell more and how to drive more revenue. So we mentioned your client success team and how can they help you. So this slide is a really great slide to help you understand more how that client success team partners with you with these case studies that show how the Order My Gear platform helped grow our clients' current book of business from one store to multiple stores, or from one store to a larger revenue driving store. And then we also have a lot of online stores and use cases for specific industries. So if you're trying to reach new industries, or if you're kind of stagnant in a current industry, we have a bunch of use cases to look over. The new hire bundles, every business will have new employees, and if there's a way where we can make that onboarding more automated and give that employee what they need to start their journey with the new company, that's the way to do it. That's kind of one that we see for all of these current industries that you see on the slide. But in addition to the new hires, ones we see often that are typically very successful is the employee recognition store and the corporate gift store. You'll always see your school and sports stores. These are easy to throw up. There's always going to be sports going on or a school that needs merch. So with that said, those are going to be some of the main ones we see. The use cases are abundant, and I highly recommend, again, partnering with your CSM to learn more about those use cases and how you can tap deeper into these industries. And then, of course, how do you win the deal? By nailing the pitch, right? So we've also created really great decks for you when you're pitching those stores. And of course, we know that your day is so busy, you're spending so much of your time selling, and we want you to get back to your family or doing the things that you love. So we've recognized how busy you are and how can we help you be more proactive. So we've built a number of demo stores to help you be proactive. So you can send these to these are client-friendly demo stores that you can send that are relevant to the different industries you're tapping into. And of course, if you want these copied into your own account, we can certainly do that for you. And your store opportunity calendar gives great event dates based on the quarter. You're going to be the expert in this calendar. Some of your clients will lean on you for these events. They don't know. And sometimes they need you to be proactive more, right? They may wait until the last minute, and we want to prevent that as much as we possibly can. So we've highlighted all of these great events for you. We typically see at least 4 pop-up stores for each season, and always ask your clients what they're doing each quarter. And I highly always recommend reaching out 2 to 3 months before your event. So how can Order My Gear help you promote your client's store? One of the best ways to promote your store is to download the store flyer. Your store flyer will show all of the products and includes a QR code. This is a great way to utilize desk drops, hang up in the break room, or pass out at an event. And we've discussed email marketing already when it comes to prospecting, but how can you utilize the email capabilities within our platform to schedule out emails? We highly recommend doing this. This is a great way to remind customers that the store's live, the store's closing, or the store's coming soon, to always be in front of those end users.
Beautiful. So this is a good leeway into one of our newer teams at Order My Gear, but also a team that can go right hand in hand in what we're talking about today, and that is our OMG professional services team. We definitely know that a lot of you on this calls are maybe business owners or salespeople, and the truth of it is you probably didn't pick a career in this because you're very passionate about building online stores. And if you are, prove me wrong, come join our team. But that is where our professional services team comes in. For $95 an hour, we can handle all of the admin, design, and store building tasks, whether that's on our pop-up platform or our company store platform. We will take care of everything from setting up products, creating mock-ups, to configuring the store exactly how you need it and want it. The goal of this is to allow you guys to stay in the field, to allow you to connect with clients and focus on what you do best and what you're passionate about, while our team is going to handle that heavy lifting. And so if you want a completely hands-off experience, utilize our white glove experience, and we can collaborate with you over the phone, Zoom, email to make your ideas really come to life, giving you more time to sell and build those relationships. So, what does that actually look like? There's kind of two different paths the professional services team can offer you. The first is our design and branding services. We know that there is power in a store that is branded right and designed correctly. It's essential for building trust, creating a positive user experience, and driving sales. So, brand consistency across your store reinforces your company's identity, making it instantly recognizable and familiar to customers. So it establishes that credibility, professionalism, which in turn is going to build trust and make them sticky. Design matters just as much. A well designed store is not just visually appealing, it's user friendly, it's intuitive, and it's optimized for conversion. So we think about the layout, the product display, the navigation. It all has to be streamlined, making it easy for customers to find exactly what they need, whether it's a specific product or category. So the combination of a strong branding and excellent design is key to driving customer satisfaction and ultimately business growth. The second side of it is the admin task, which is probably one of my favorite parts because it tackles the biggest objection I hear on the phone. Every single day I hear online stores create too much of an administrative nightmare. I don't want to have to deal with the back end. And I get it. I totally get it, y'all. But with the professional services team, that objection is quickly turning into closed deals for me. And it totally can for you too. This team is truly an extension of the one that you already have. They jump in, they handle all of those tedious, annoying tasks, and they take care of the back end work that usually slows things down. Um, the best thing is they're doing it because they want to as well. It's like adding an expert to your team without all of that hiring headache. And so they will do things like add products, mock-ups, update listings, issue refunds, setting up logo placements, downloading shipping labels, even configuring shipping rates, which is everyone's favorite topic. If it needs to be done in your store, just know we got it. We'll do it.
We do also see, Grayson, real quick, those customers who utilize the professional services team to build the stores, we see more, or we see an increase in the average order value on those stores versus if you were to build your own store. Not saying you can't build a great store, but for some reason, when our team builds, the average order value increases.
I love that. Great
Yeah.
call out. Cool. So where do we go from here? Before we get into our Q&A, do want to walk you through how Order My Gear is here to help you succeed. I know we mentioned this a little bit earlier in the call, but you have a ton of different resources here behind you. We have our sales team who can hop on any customer or client demo with you. Same with the client success team. They're there to talk strategy, to talk growth, also do those client facing demos. One of my favorite things that I see the client success team do is they'll look at your book of business and they'll say, hey, you ran these 5 stores in 2024. How do we triple the average order volume size? Or how do we make sure that we get, instead of 30 shoppers, 90? And so they can really get nitty gritty into your book of business and help you grow. And then once again, you do have that professional services team as well. So I think, oh yeah, are we supposed to say something here? Yes, there is going to be a PDF. There is going to be a PDF with all of these different resources, all of these different links that will come to you. I don't know how they're going to come to you. Maybe email, maybe they'll be posted on our website. I'm not sure, but when I know, I will tell somebody. Emily, do you know where these are all at?
No, I will send a recap email with this. And Grayson, you and I can post it on our LinkedIn.
Yes, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we want to get into Q&As now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, to answer the first question, yes, we will follow up in an email with all of the resources that we mentioned today. All of those links in that resource page is everything that we've mentioned: sample stores, all the templates, presentation, pitch decks, marketing resources, professional services, everything. So we'll send you guys all those links. Okay, so let's get into some questions. Here's a good one. How does the OMG platform make it easier for distributors to manage multiple online stores?
Emily, I'll let you take this one since you have experience using it as a distributor.
Yeah. I would say from the back end perspective, it's super easy to search, right? We have we identify the stores by the sale code. So each store has a different sale code. You can filter by the sales rep. You can filter by when it's closing. It's a very easy platform, and we make it very like reader friendly to just go in and find your store.
Okay. What is the cost to have someone create our stores?
I'll do this one too, only because I love our professional services team. So for professional services, it's $95 an hour with a 30-minute minimum. But if you want us to just build a store up to 20 products, that is $50 for pop-up.
Okay, great. And okay, let's see here. How can smaller distributors compete in a saturated market?
I'll take a stab at this. Should I?
Yeah, go for it.
I think what I like would want everyone on this call to know, whether you're small, you're big, whatever, is like everyone has a seat at the table in this industry. It is like, yes, it's saturated, but it's not oversaturated. And so what I would say to a smaller distributor or someone just starting in their career for promotional products is look in your backyard. You know at least 5 people in your life. Every single one of those 5 people, hopefully they have a job. If not, they have a hobby. They go to maybe a church, or they volunteer for a nonprofit. They have a kid, or they know somebody's kid who is on a sports team, or some type of club. And so the ideas and the options for different types of online stores are really limitless. But I would say a great starting point is look behind you, look in your community, look at your friends, and just start talking about them. Say, hey, who's doing that t-shirt for you? Hey, where'd you get that pin? Would it be easy if I did an online store for you? And then the second thing I would say is when you are getting your feet underneath you in this industry, when you're walking into those meetings, to not only introduce who you are, but also what you can bring to the table, is have an online store already built. This is something that Emily does really well with her clients. She prepares them and equips them with, hey, here's a sample store that's already branded for their client. And so when they walk into that meeting, it's really easy for the end consumer to say yes because they can picture themselves in the actual experience right then and there.
Okay, awesome. All right, here's another question for you guys. What is a good schedule for working with the client success team? Should we aim for weekly meetings or, any other kind of frequency?
Yeah, I think it's whatever's best for you and your team, right? I love to see my clients at least every other week, just to touch base, see where they're at, see how things are going. I have some clients who like to meet every time a store closes just to walk through that process again. I think it just depends on what your volume of business is and what your requirements are. Our CSM team will certainly meet with you every week if that's something that you want. We have a couple clients that do that, and those are always the fun meetings.
I'll
Okay.
add something to that too. Sorry, Lucy.
Nope.
I'll add something. If you can meet with Emily and her team every single week or biweekly, do it,
Mhm.
absorb it, take advantage. But I would say if you just heard that and you're like, absolutely not, I do not have time for that, do it at minimum every other month. And here's why. Whenever we roll out a feature or a new click or a different user experience, we do those on monthly or kind of quarterly basis. And so you just want to make sure that you're meeting with your client success team and you're using the Order My Gear platform in the best way. We definitely don't want to roll things out and you don't even know about them because you haven't connected with your client success team. And so if you're kind of on that at least monthly or every other month cadence, you're not going to miss out on any of those new tools or features that are coming out for you.
Okay, good response. Thank you for adding that, Grayson. All right, hard-hitting question for Emily here. What kind of dog do you have?
I have a pit bull.
Okay, here's another question. Is there a charge for meeting with OMG staff?
Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
Okay.
Please meet with us. Please fill up our calendars.
All right, here's another one for you guys. Should I focus on getting new clients or selling to my current accounts?
Both.
Yeah.
I would say you probably have a relationship with your current clients, and so these conversations are going to naturally be warm. And so you already have that rapport. And I think talking to your current clients, like I said, with a store already built for them, um, gives you a leverage to be more sticky. I mean, it's almost a conversation of, hey, as I'm continuing to grow my business with you, here's what I want to offer you. Here is something to take our partnership, what I do for you, to the next level. And you can lean on us. You can say, hey, I have an online store team, and they've told me online stores are where we're growing. And so you got to get online. Of course, go after that new business, target those people, because if you're not, someone else is. So I would definitely say do both, but know that your current book of business is naturally going to be more warm and probably a little less awkward, a little less salesy, and more of a, hey, here's what I can offer you as we head into the next quarter.
Okay. How would you recommend a new distributor getting started with OMG online stores?
Emily, you want to take this one?
Yeah, well, first you're going to meet with Grayson and you're going to get a license. And then you'll be partnered with me and we'll be best friends. But I think first is just making sure that we walk through the training with our onboarding team and we know at least the basics of building a store. We're building demos for our current clients and our prospects. And then we're talking with our website team to create your own marketing website. So your clients can go and do their own product search. You can create your own About Me website, stand out against the crowd. But I think first and foremost is just making sure that we understand the basics and we know what Order My Gear can really do for you.
Totally.
Yeah. And making sure that I kind of don't see this a lot and I don't understand why sometimes, but making sure that when we meet with your sales executive or your client success team, that you're telling them what your business really is. Who is your end client, right? Because that will really help us tap into what kind of store are we building, what kind of features are we including. So making sure that we're using Order My Gear as a partner, not just a vendor.
Okay, great. What strategies are most effective for convincing clients to scale their store investments and add more stores?
I would say all of those resources that we're going to provide you today, use those. We have a ton of different pitch decks already, made and available for you, and all of them are based off of data that our team has researched and gone to market with. And so they are doing all the dirty work to figure out why online stores are successful, why companies who offer online stores and allow their clients or their employees to spend more online, why those companies are also having better retention and happier employees. And so I would say use the resources we already have. And then as you're going through those resources, if you can't find something that isn't hitting home and probably isn't connecting the dots, ask myself, ask Emily, ask someone at Order My Gear. We have a team, and everyone laughs when I say this, but it's truthful. We have a team of nerds that they all they want to do is research all day long. They want to get to the bottom of why. And so if you're working with a specific client and you're having a really hard time connecting the dots and showing them why and proving to them why online stores should be scaled and should grow along with the business, pull us in. We'll do the research for you.
Yeah. And to add to that too, if you're selling to, like if we're doing a company swag store, for example, right? Your clients, employees can access that store anytime. And so we want to create that warm, fuzzy feeling for not only that store, but for their job too. And so they're able to access that store at 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night when they've had a really great day and they're like, you know what, I want to go buy this sweatshirt that has my company's logo on it. So that's one big reason why I would tell your client they need to scale their websites.
Okay, awesome. All right, here's another question for you guys. I run a lot of school spirit wear pop-up shops, but would like to get into the company stores. Do you have any trainings on company stores? Do you have any tips for getting companies to sign on with a small business to run their company store?
I love this question, and the answer is yes to all of the above. What I would suggest is um, if you know who your client success team is, reach out to that person. If you don't, reach out to ordermygear.com in our little chat box, or leave the comment in here and we'll have them reach out to you. But
Mhm.
I think the most important thing is us taking this offline and you sitting down with your team and we actually dig into the nitty gritty of it, because the answer is not the same for everybody. All of your clients are different. And so the strategy to go up market and to get into those company stores should be different as well. And so let's take that one offline and we'll get nitty gritty into your account and figure out how we can help you grow.
Okay, perfect. All right, here's another one for you guys. This is the first time hearing about my own marketing website. Can you talk more about this?
Oh, Emily.
This gets me fired up.
I knew you'd love this one.
I know I love that tech stack tool so much. So we did acquire Distributor Central, I think like 2 years ago. And so Distributor Central has always offered these sites for distributors to create their own websites. And Grayson, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think DC ever did a lot of marketing, which is probably why you've never heard of it. So as we're integrating this more and more into our platform, you'll hear more about it, but we're going to refer to them as Order My Gear websites moving forward. Definitely, Lucy, let's take a note of who said that and I'll connect with you. But what's great is that you can create your own company site, right? Like much like some of our competitors, but your reps can also create their own. So you can have your own about Emily Neff, right? And I can showcase my wonderful dog barking all the time. But I can take that link to my prospective clients and say, hey, reach out if you have anything, right? And they can go and they can search pens and blankets, and then it will send me their request and I can send off a quote or say, hey, I saw that you were looking. So let's connect and would love to tell you about all of that.
Okay, great. Got another one here. Why would a company, my client, need more than one store?
Good
Yeah.
question. I think it really just depends on which platform you're utilizing. Like I said, we have a pop up store platform, and sometimes people use the pop up store platform as year round stores. We have
Mhm.
redemption stores, and then we also have bright stores. Now we call them company stores. And so there's a lot of different options for you. And so it kind of just depends on which option you're falling into. But I would say a lot of times companies like to keep their events and their event buying separately. And so if I have one company store, and it's just year-round uniforms that the employees at any given time can go in and they can buy their polos, they can buy their sweatshirts, they can buy their pins and their mugs. That's all year round. That's on company stores. That now gives me the option for 4 different stores throughout the year, one every single quarter. In the
Mhm.
beginning of the year, they might have a bunch of new hires come in, or maybe they have a bunch of interns starting. There's an option for a store. Q2, maybe they are celebrating, I don't know, what's a holiday in Q2?
Fourth of
Anything
July.
come to mind? 4th of July, or maybe Pride Month. And so they have a store that is all about pride and everything is geared towards that. Maybe Q3, they need a breast cancer awareness month where all of the polos need to be pink. And so for every one year round store, I would say you have a couple different quarterly stores that are just quick up and downs throughout the year. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I was also going to add, Grayson, too, that within your customers' headquarters, right, the different departments may have different events going on.
Yeah,
I managed a customer who had not only 5 company stores, but we ran multiple pop-up stores throughout the year, all for different events and different departments. So that could also be a reason why you need more than one store.
totally.
Okay. Here's kind of a similar question that keeps us in the same area here is when do you think it would be best to switch a client over to the company store, the Bright store, company store versus the pop-ups that we offer now? And then hosting fee versus OMG fee, we can send you that pricing info as well, but kind of keeping us in that same area.
Yeah. Emily, do you want to take this one or you want me to?
Yeah, and then you can finish it. I'm sure you'll have something to add to it. I would move from pop-up to company store when my customer is selling, we're putting the same items on the stores and we're not seeing a need to close down the store, or copy the store, or create a new store. Same products, same end users. Maybe we want to kind of create more value to those end users, to those employees with logins. Maybe we want them to have budget points. Maybe we want to give them, or even like allocation. We want them to be able to see their order history. That's when we would move it to company stores.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for features and you're thinking about what features should I do and when should I move them, great point. My rule of thumb is if your pop-up or your OMG year-round store is generating more than $56,000 a year, let's talk about switching that to the company store side. And that is solely based off of math, our subscription fees, our percentage fees. And like Lucy said, we can send you the pricing off the store or off the webinar. But start to think, if your stores are generating about $50,000, let's have conversations of how we can move those to the next level.
Okay, awesome. Well, we have time for another question. How do I begin to sell custom t-shirts on OMG?
Oh my gosh. From square one. Let's schedule some time with me. Yeah, we have a couple of different ways that we can be a resource. Are you hearing that too? Is that just me?
So, yeah, they connected to my
Yeah.
headphones. I'm so sorry.
I was like, is that happening to me?
This is so embarrassing.
No, you're good. There's a couple different ways that we can approach this. I would ask you 1,000 different questions of, are you doing it today? How are you doing it today? Why are you doing it? And so I would love to have a further conversation with you um, to learn more so I can point you in the right direction of how to actually start. I know that doesn't
Okay.
really answer the question, but
No, excellent. I think it's a good one. All right. Well, we are getting close to hitting our time. We're less than 3 minutes away. So I just want to mention to everybody again that this webinar has been recorded. So we will send you, once we get the video posted and everything like that, we'll send you the recording. We'll also send you those handouts that we mentioned before. And then we do have a whole batch of questions here. If we answered your question or if we didn't get to your question, we'll still have somebody follow up with you anyway. We've actually got a few questions regarding the recent Fulfill Engine partnership. So we'll definitely follow up with all of you guys who asked about that in email. So be on the lookout for those. And I just want to thank everybody for attending today. And Grayson and Emily, you guys were excellent presenters. So thank you so much.
yes, thank
you.
y'all.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye,
Bye, y'all.
guys.